Crosshaven in Cork has decided to leave the Christmas lights up. The local community is resolved in the difficult times that we face in 2021 to keep the Christmas lights alight for the month of January. Our local Labour Party area representative here in Blackrock, Peter Horgan, while recognising that January 6th is the traditional day for taking down Christmas decorations and lights, has called on families and local communities to keep the Christmas lights glowing during this January 2021 lockdown. The front page of the Irish Independent today portrays a 4-year-old little child smiling at Christmas lights at her home in Wicklow, alongside the tagline, "Banish the dark." Inside the newspaper, there is an article titled, "Leaving the festive lights on is a tiny act of rebellion against the darkness around us." Carrie Bray's new novel is called When the Lights Go Out, chronicling in a Christmas context the funny, banal and horrible twists and turns within one family. The storyline hints that love is an alarmingly changing climate. Another book reviewer describes David Keenan's rock and roll fairy tale book as a psychedelic circle from darkness into light. There is so much focus on light. The strength of light as a symbol should not surprise Christians. Originally, the early church had 2 pivotal seasons of the year, Easter and Epiphany, the poles of light at the beginning and end of the life of Christ, the light of the world. Advent, Christmas and Epiphany, they are the season of light. The light has come to us. It is crucial to see and understand how the light is taken from its place of beginning and is dispersed into the world. It is the strangers, the outsiders, and the wise men from the east who see the signs and catch sight of the star, a portent of another power to come to earth. The wise people stumble into Herod's palace, and Herod's palace is a place of intrigue. As soon as the wise ones leave Herod's palace, then the star finds them again and leads them home. The star rests over the place where the child sleeps with Mary, its mother. They prostrate, they worship, and they give over their hearts. They are given gifts, and they learn how to go home by another way. That is what Advent and Christmas are all about. Another way to live, another way to love, another way to belong, another way to show forth the glory of God. The Feast of the Epiphany, the revelation of the light of the world, is also set against the darkness that will rise and challenge its very existence and fight furiously to destroy its promise and hope. Epiphany sets a demarcation line and demands that we choose on which side we stand, if we resist evil or practice it. The light is the foretaste of resurrection, of power and of life. Jesus' birth is a a line drawn across human souls and political destinies and even religious affiliations. The wise ones worship and give gifts to the child and mother, opening their hearts and hands with the best that they have: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They hand over their lives and their treasures, and in return they are given wisdom, the knowledge of discerning good and evil, life and death. The gifts given traditionally acknowledged who the child was: gold for kingship, frankincense for divinity, myrrh for humanity. Many Christians in Ireland were deeply offended by a skit relayed by RTE on the threshold of the new year. The former newsreader, Agus MacRiana, who participated in the skit, has decently and wholesomely apologised. As we start a new year, and as we continue to learn to live with differences and conflicting worldviews, it is helpful to pay heed to Bede Griffiths, a monk who dedicated his life to the experience of Eastern and Western religions and to bringing those religions into dialogue. Griffiths wrote in his Christmas message in 1986 the following words. He said, "Could we not say that the Hindus offer the gift of gold, of interior religion, of the pure heart in which is found the presence of God? The Muslim can be seen as offering the gift of frankincense, the incense of the prayer of adoration, of worship, which the Muslims offer 5 times daily to one supreme God. The Buddhist can be seen to offer the gift of myrrh, the symbol of suffering and death, the sign that this world is passing away and that our destiny lies beyond the grave with the risen Christ. The frankincense offered to the Christ child by the Magi of old continues today to rise heavenward through our prayers. It is Epiphany time. It is the Epiphany, and the presence, the light, the peace and the truth is loose in the world. Amen.